team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Gonna run it. It's Smith. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Chris, what a way to start this game. All this hype and build-up of the playoff game. Offensive line says, hey, put it on our back. We'll be able to get things going. If you can keep running the football like this, man, does it open up the entire playbook.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Testing the right side here. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
New set of downs for the offense. First and 10. Handoff running right. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Receiver makes the catch. And he's brought down, but it's a first down spotted near the 41.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Getting set. Here's second down. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. And the Mustangs pick up enough yardage to get a first down.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back as good as we've seen all year with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
To throw, it's Jennings. Running out of time in the pocket. Caught, completion. That's a quick tap. solid yardage on that short throw.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
Play number 10 of the opening drive. Can he keep it going here on 3rd and long? Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Pass caught. Can he get in? He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line. The Mustangs will come to the line to crank up the tempo. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
2nd and goal for the offense. That's a design quarterback keeper. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Mustangs. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he fields it inside the 15. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. But that's good coverage there. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Scanning the field. It's Milrow. And looking for a big play here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket now. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Man, I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right. But that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
They'll pass him the field goal attempt. The offense on the field going for it on 4th down. It's a QB sneak. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Heading left after the handoff. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield, and that's why he got that ball to the end zone.
And the PAT is good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, move right down the field for a touchdown. Looking to scramble now. Gets loose on the scramble and picks up a decent gain. Short of the first down, though.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First and 10 play coming up. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Back to throw. It's Jennings. Bringing pressure. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Smith.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Caught near the sticks. It's Maryland. And he goes down after a solid gain. That's enough for a first down. And the Mustangs keep the football on the move. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from a running game.
6th play of the drive coming up. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Pressure is coming. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
The Mustangs will line up on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Here's the second down play. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. But I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Caught near the goal line. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense. And the Mustangs will come to the line to run the hurry up. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, SMU. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Now they get set to kick it away. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He escapes the sack. Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Good enough for the first down to the 37.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? He's brought down out at the 46. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Inside the 10.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Alabama has now moved into the red zone.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To the air, it's Milrow. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Extra point try coming now. And it's good. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
He's going to take off here. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this 1st down. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Chris, I think I can hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Runs through the defender. And he will score. Touchdown, Bama. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Keeping it on the ground here. Defense brings him to the ground as the final seconds of the 1st half tick away. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Mustangs will kick it deep to begin the 2nd half. He's got it inside the 15. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looking to pass. It's Milroe. He's going for a big play downfield. And that one's picked off. What a play. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
He's going to hand this off. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Using his legs here. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. He's moving out of the pocket. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Ponies.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
The game makes it second and medium. Takes the handoff. It's Miller. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
First down and 10 now. Looking to throw. It's Milrow. And they heave it deep downfield. But this one is broken up, falls incomplete.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And he's got his man open downfield. An explosive play across midfield all the way to the 41.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes it.
Deep shot caught down inside the 20. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Makes a nice move there. He's got room looking for the end zone. Touchdown, tied. They'll take the lead in the second half.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Makes a quick grab. Breaks loose at the 40. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
I really like the throw here, Chris, but the fake off the play action was just as effective. You saw the second-level defenders freeze for a split second, and that helps open those passing windows.
Handoff heading left. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Easy. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
They'll try to run for the first down. And it's going to be taken down there, but there is a flag on the field. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Challenging play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. Trying for a fourth down completion. Makes the catch. It's Dixon. To get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver, and the ball comes out that fast to put so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
Looks like he's going to run it. Finds room at the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first down.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Back to pass. It's Jennings. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Grab behind the line. It's Maryland. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. And the Mustangs will look to convert here on 4th down. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Oh, so close to coming up with that conversion here on 4th down in the 4th quarter. Close football game. Now you got to rely on your own defense to come up with a stop and hope you get one more chance.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Along the sideline, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Inside the 20. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. Now the all-important extra point. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Caught in the backfield. It's Dixon. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. The Mustangs looking to run some tempo here. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. The second down incompletion sets up 3rd and inches. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. Breaking free is the 35. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line. And the Mustangs pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Looking to throw. It's Jennings. Quick throw to his receiver. Touchdown, Mustangs. Strong game by this quarterback. So here we go, fourth quarter. They've cut into the lead, but still work to do.
Well, I think the cool thing is that they're still battling, and they put themselves at least in a position now to possibly come back and maybe, who knows, win this game. It's going to be up to their defense. They've got to get the ball back to have a chance.
Automatic in the PAT. Kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Kickoff is fielded inside the 20. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play calling? They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember, the ball is inbounds, and the clock keeps moving here late in the game when you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a gritty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. BB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6.
Smart play to keep it on the ground to try to keep that clock moving, but there's still a lot of work here on 3rd down for this offense with the lead. Face it, you got one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Put the ball in his hands, let him work his magic.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down, and the crowd really getting into it. Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought for a loss after the catch on third down. Sets up a fourth down now. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. It's a one-possession game. They'll elect to go for it here on fourth down. Crucial play here. They go to the air. Lets it fly to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the game. And the ball will turn over on downs. First down here for this offense. There's the handoff. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Now it's second down here. To throw, it's Jennings. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Final minutes here, they'll throw it deep downfield. They finally get him down, but an explosive play. The offense in business now at the 24.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. It's a shotgun run call. Second down play coming up. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to pass here on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Smith. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Great chance for the offense to tie the game. First and goal. Linebacker shifting around now. Here's the handoff on first and goal. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, SMU.
Well, Chris, this is exactly what they needed to do. Put a touchdown up on the board. They pull within one in a playoff game. And now it's decision time. Do you tie the game up or potentially take the lead?
And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And this will be fair caught about the 15. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. How do you play this now? Do you call a conservative play and just wait for overtime, or try to make something happen and win in a regulation?
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
A gain makes it second and medium. Looking downfield, it's Milrow. He's running out of time here. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. And the offense will spend a timeout here with 20 seconds on the clock.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
Crucial third down play coming up. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. He's stopped, and he gets a first down. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the offense takes timeout to stop the clock with just 11 seconds remaining. Second down after that previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Throws it to the right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. So the turnover will end the fourth quarter, but now we head to overtime. So 1st and 10, our first play of overtime. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Getting set. Here's second down. Dropping back. It's Milrow. It's a quick grab. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain on the throw. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. On third down, he drops to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Prentice. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
So the offense will set up 1st and goal here in this first overtime. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
And they get stopped here on 2nd down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
So we're set up now for the biggest 3rd down attempt all game. Can the offense punch it in here in overtime? 3rd and goal, looking to throw for it. He's got it right near the end zone. The defense makes a saving tackle at the 2-yard line.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
So this could be the decisive play. 4th and goal here in overtime.
Razor. Reload. Come on, set. Longer. Rolling. Finally.
Back to pass. It's Milrow. The pocket breaking down. Oh, and it's incomplete. They gamble and come up empty, turning it over here in overtime.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And here we go. This defense needing to come up with something special here. Make a play to keep hope alive in this game. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
And at first down, they go right back to him. They test the middle and get stuck. That is just not open for business today.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Trying to find some room. It's Smith. Got a lane. Can he get in? The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Ball handed off. He's swarmed by the defense. So here we go. We'll set up for a walk-off chip shot to win it here in overtime. And now the defense will spend a timeout to talk strategy here before this crucial play coming up. So now it's 3rd and short. If they can't make the first down, want to at least position the ball for a game-winning field goal attempt. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So here we go. We'll set up for a walk-off chip shot to win it here in overtime. And now the defense calls timeout, trying to get organized and come up with a stop here in overtime. So here we go. We'll set up for a walk-off chip shot to win it here in overtime. He's got it, and that's ball game. A walk-off field goal to win this one.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the